And it's finally happening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new segment of this channel. Rahim here, and this is gonna be kind of a TGIF episode. Thank God it's Friday! Where I'll be sharing with you vlogs, flight videos, tips and tricks, and everything drone life. And today's episode is gonna be what's been happening for me at last week's Army Open House. So here's a bit of backstory. The Army Open House is this massive event organized by the Singapore Army for the public to showcase their different operational units and their capabilities. There was this segment where drone experts were invited to come and perform, and that's what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what to expect, which I thought of when you say performance. Am I supposed to do some kind of freestyle? Am I supposed to, I don't know, like what kind of show do you expect me to put on? When I was there, then I realized what was the situation, because they had this cage set up just for us, the drone pilots. There was drone racing and also drone performance, where my segment of course was the performance portion. So within the cage were hoops. These hoops were like 1.5 feet wide. Of course, as part of the showcase, I'm expected to not only fly around the cage but through the hoops, put on a show for the public. I have not flown gates for the longest time, right? It's been years. I am more of a freestyle pilot. I don't race quads. I was thinking, if I do freestyle, I do not really have a lot of reactive space within the cage. So maybe, okay, it seems that flying through the hoops will be part of the performance that I'll have to put on. This was the Whoop drone that I flew during the event. I mean, they did ask for an analog drone, but all I had was a digital setup going on. So I had to go with it. It was such a challenge to fly through gates that were only about 3 times the width of the Whoop itself. But of course, challenge accepted. I cannot be that drone expert and not be able to fly through the hoops. Took a while for me to warm up, to really get used to it, right? I had a rough start. I kept banging into the gates, but slowly I got the hang of it, and it became easier as I kind of adjusted my speed and my angle of attack and all that, right? So it took a while, but of course I tried my best to put on a show. It was great. I had 2 segments which were on a Friday and on Monday. The weekends were not for me because there was competitions going on. For both segments, I had a lot of fun. The first time I did it, of course, there were crowds watching, and I tried to engage the crowd, fly around the cages and wave towards the crowd with the drone. It was nice when you get them to respond back by waving back at the drone. And so with the tight, limited space, I guess that kind of engagement plus put on a show of speed, of power of the drone, zooming around the arena, and then push it a bit further by going through the hoops. Didn't do any flips or any form of acrobatic moves except for just some speed runs through the gates. Now I think that was the best part, just putting on a show. Nothing too technical, no freestyle, right? Just entertaining the crowd that way. I hope they had a great time. I had. Now the thing that was interesting here is that I didn't limit myself to just drone flying, because during rehearsals, right, pre-event, I had my RC car with me, and the guys there actually were very interested, and they told me to just bring along my RC car for them to try out and play at the arena itself. But I took it a step further and like, okay, guys, my batteries are still doing good. I have my charger with me. Why not after the event, I charge it up, and then how about I place the drone, I tie it down to the car itself. How about you guys give it a try through FPV? That was an amazing experience because they had a lot of fun. And me too, because I never thought that driving the FPV car would give me such an experience. Especially that we had this track set up with gates and everything. So I had a go, the guys had a go, they had a great experience. And as for me, I feel like, this could be a project in itself. I mean, I do want to include RC cars in my channel, but I'm a bit torn. I kind of want to keep the channel focused about drones, so probably here and there a bit, but likely I'll start a separate channel just on RC. But now here's the thing, the bigger project could be an FPV car, alright? It's an idea, I'm toying around. I probably will still need to explore on the parts, the mountings, and how I want to run the whole system. I cannot possibly just keep using my drone and just mount it on top, right? Probably I'll keep it for something else, for a separate channel. So that's gonna be a bit of storytelling from me on this DJIF segment. Now I'm glad I have this segment now for anything and everything drone related, drone life, and leave the Tuesdays for the heavier tutorials. Well, anyways, that's gonna wrap up for this episode. Now, if you've liked this kind of episode and you want to see more of this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Now, if you want to chat with me, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Pilots, as always, I'll see you in the skies. Peace. Guys, seriously, I had too much fun. Call me back next year, please. Okay, thanks, bye.